best rates that there are.
That's awesome. I hear that all the time. So what is your rate? And most people are like, well, I don't really know what it is. Well, how do you know you got the best rates if you don't know what it is? I mean, really, most people, they just want to say that because most of the time they want to get rid of you. So, that's bogus. Or they'll tell me, well, I have a national rate with Ford dealership, or I got an association and they give me great rates. I'm like, awesome and stuff. Well, do you think that they're getting a kickback from your program? Sure. Well, so they can't give you the best rates if they're paying somebody else out and giving them a kickback for it. So if I can show you really how to get better rates and show you why you're going to get better rates, wouldn't you want to look at that?
When somebody feels they have the best rate, to me that's somebody that you really should compliment. They work very hard to get that best rate. I try and compliment them and tell them they've done a great job, and ask them. Sometimes it's not always about getting a better rate, but how do they take care of you? What type of service are you receiving? If we could give you better service for that same rate, would you be interested in looking at that?
Okay. How about
I hear that a lot. A lot of folks tell me that they had another company come in and take a look at their rates. A lot of time it's their bank, and banks aren't usually too competitive. However, in this industry, rates change a lot. Coming straight from Visa and MasterCard, banks want to earn more, merchants want to spend less. So rates do change quite a bit. There was a new bill that was passed back in November called the Durbin Bill. So that's one thing that I'm usually always bringing up is that Durbin Bill, because it did lower the cost of debit card transactions. So with that being said, I always mention something about rates always being changed. Introductory rates of some companies, you get a very low rate for the first 3 months, and that jumps up. But with this industry being so competitive and never really being the same, it's always changing. So I use that as another way to get into this merchant.